while still parked at my brother's in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
We grabbed our day packs and headed out for a hike. We are Jordan and Megan.
We live and travel full-time with these two goofballs, Max and Allie, in our converted cargo trailer.
We headed up the blue-blazed Mount Major Trail, climbing the mountain from the north side. Some sections are quite eroded. The trees have adapted well to having exposed root systems.
As we continued up, there were a few rock scrambles. It was a little challenging climbing them while attached to a dog that pulls on their leash. But we all made it just fine.
You got side tongue, dude. You never have side tongue.
For it only being May, it was hotter and more humid than this pack is used to. The dogs lapped up any water we would give them.
You walk through a section with several large glacial boulders scattered throughout the forest. Sometimes we challenge the dogs with the command up to see if they'll jump up on them.
Mount Major Trail definitely got steeper the higher you got. At least the flat rock faces were relatively easy to climb. Before we summited, we found a great spot that popped right out of the trees onto a rocky ledge. Break time!
With a great panoramic view of Lake Winnepesaukee, we caught our breath, ate a picnic lunch, and rested for a bit. The dogs needed a rest and more water as well.
I don't know if any of you have ever seen the 90s comedy What About Bob with Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss, but when I hear the name Lake Winnepesaukee, that is the movie I think of.
Just beyond the lake, we could make out the beginnings of the White Mountains. We have fond memories of hiking there, especially in the presidential rain.
All rested up, we reached the summit at 1,786 feet. Along with another great view of the largest lake in the state of New Hampshire, the top of the mountain also hosts Mr. Phippin's hut. Hi, Bob. A stone structure built in 1925 as a safe haven for hikers. We didn't stay long up there. There were quite a few people, and we were ready to head back down the mountain. Where's Maximus? Oh, did somebody get tired? Hi.
Let's figure it out. Are we going? Come on. Good boy. Oh, where are they going? Oh, there they are.
He found you. He found you. When Zach and Katie found out I had never had a lobster roll, it was quickly determined we were going out for dinner. What they didn't realize is neither Jordan or I had had oysters before either. Zach and Katie treated, calling it a belated birthday celebration. I was completely surprised and absolutely loved that they did that.
We learned you use the little fork to separate the oyster from the shell, and then tip the shell into your mouth and bite into the oyster before you swallow it whole to get the most flavor.
Which ones?
The moonshells are definitely.
That lobster roll was incredible. Jordan enjoyed some fish and chips, Zach ordered the cod, and Katie ordered the lobster pasta with short ribs.
Once we were finished eating, we ran home to get the dogs and headed to one of Zach's happy places, York Beach. With bellies full, it felt good to walk around. We laughed, we ran with the dogs, we dipped our feet in the Atlantic Ocean, we could not have asked for a better sunset. We were able to make it to Nubble Lighthouse in the fading light of the setting sun. Out on its own little rocky island, and built in 1879, it is still active today. We were so glad to have gotten to see one of the most photographed lighthouses in the country.
We had such a good time with Zach and Katie on our long weekend visit. They are great hosts, and yeah, even though he may try to get under your skin, Zach sure knows how to make me laugh. These two are considering moving to New Orleans when their lease is up. Our next visit with them might just be in the southeast. Thank you so much for watching. Mount Desert Island is only 3.5 hours away. We can't not go when we are this close to Maine. For more Perpetual Adventures, please consider liking, subscribing, and following us. Come with us as we take our Perpetual Adventure machine up the Maine coast to the town of Bar Harbor and Acadia National Park.